The star kingdom of Viridia stretched across the inner arm of the spiral galaxy. Known throughout many systems for its crystalline towers, its shimmering sky lanes, and its royal bloodline marked by luminous eyes and silver hair. Its people believed themselves secure behind layered fleets, fortified stations, and centuries of peace treaties. Yet deep within the royal halls, the queen sensed a new tension drifting like cold vapor. She felt it each time soldiers marched in tighter formations. Each time scholars whispered about unknown signals. Each time the universe seemed to breathe in before a storm without her daughter. Princess Lena walked through those same halls with a quiet strength. Unlike most of her kind, Lena had spent 2 years beyond the palace walls, studying cultures in the far star clusters. During those travels, she had returned with one unexpected companion, a being not of Viridia, a human named Darren. Humans were known across scattered routes as bold wanderers, who often rose from fragile worlds into the cosmic expanse. Viridians admired them, yet rarely invited them into royal courts. When Lena brought Darren home, many nobles eyed him with guarded curiosity. A human among their shining halls felt like a small spark near dry starless. No one knew whether it would warm or burn Dot to Lena. Darren was more than a curiosity. He was a guardian, a strategist, and a friend whose resolve often shone brighter than any crystal tower of Viridia. She had seen him stand against hostile raiders in distant clusters. She had seen him place himself between her and danger without hesitation. What surprised her most was not his strength, but his sincerity. Where others bowed from protocol, Darren bowed from respect. Where others flinched from risk, he stepped forward. Where others sought glory, he sought responsibility. As tensions rose across the star lanes, the queen summoned Lena to her solar chamber. The room glowed with filtered starlight, casting soft patterns across polished silver floors. The queen stood at the windows, hands clasped behind her, posture regal and firm. When Lena entered, Darren remained outside as custom demanded. Only royalty could stand before the queen unless summoned. The queen turned with calm poise. Her gaze carried both love and authority, a mixture that often left Lena unsure whether she stood before her mother or her sovereign. "Daughter," the queen said, "reports speak of rising danger along our borders. Unknown fleets have tested our patrols. Interference disrupts our long-range beacons. Our scouts vanished near the Amber Rift. Counselors grow anxious." "I have read the reports," Lena said. "Our officers fear a new power moving from the void." "A power we do not understand," the queen said. "Viridia has faced threats before, but this carries a shadow I do not trust." Lena stepped closer. "How may I serve the kingdom?" The queen studied her. "I seek clarity in uncertain times, and clarity depends upon truth. Daughter, rumors travel faster than starships. They say you have placed great trust in this human who walks at your side. They say he stands as your protector, even within the palace. They say he would defy our own guards if it meant defending you." Lena felt a calm but firm resolve. "He would." The queen raised a brow. "You speak without hesitation." "Because I know him," Lena said. "He has risked his life for me more times than I can count." "Such fierce devotion," the queen said. "Princess of Viridia, future heir of this star kingdom, tell me truly, who defends you so fiercely that even our best guards could be overshadowed?" Lena responded with quiet conviction. "My human." The queen's expression did not change at first. For a moment, the solar chamber fell still. Only the faint hum of shielding fields broke the silence. The queen turned slightly, as though weighing those words in the light of her long wisdom. "Bring him in," she said. Lena signaled the door. Darren entered with steady steps. His boots gave soft clicks on the polished floor. He wore the dark uniform of an off-world traveler, reinforced with flexible plating. His brown hair hung in a practical cut, and his gaze remained alert. Even before his eyes landed on the Queen, he checked the corners of the chamber. He always searched for danger first. When he bowed, the gesture carried respect without fear. "Your Majesty." The Queen regarded him without warmth or hostility. "You protect my daughter." Darren straightened. "With all I am." "You speak boldly," she said. "It is an honest oath," he replied. The Queen circled slowly, studying him from every angle. "You stand in a palace where many believe you do not belong. You are not of our bloodline, nor our culture. Yet those who observe you claim that no knight in our order guards her as fiercely as you." "I do not guard her because of duty," Darren said. "I guard her because she matters. Her life deserves someone who chooses to stand between her and danger without hesitation." "You believe that someone is you," the Queen said. "Yes, Your Majesty." The Queen's eyes narrowed slightly. Why should Viridia trust a single human wanderer with the safety of its heir? Darren met her gaze. "Because I will not break under threat. Because I do not yield to fear. Because if danger comes for her, I will face it first." Lena stepped beside him. "Mother, Darren has proven himself in crisis after crisis. When raiders attacked us near the Kyre Belt, he repaired shields with his own hands while fighting off boarding drones. When the gravity anomaly nearly crushed our ship, he held me until rescue arrived. When agents of a rival world tried to seize me, he stood alone and drove them back." The Queen lifted a hand gently. "I have heard these stories, but stories alone do not shape policy." Before Lena could respond, the solar chamber lights dimmed for an instant. A warning tone echoed through hidden channels. A palace sentinel voice rang through the room. "Alert! Unauthorized object approaching orbit. Trajectory unknown. Energy signature increasing." The Queen turned sharply. "What is the source?" "Unknown," the sentinel replied. "Not of Viridian origin." Darren's posture shifted at once. His hand moved to the compact holster at his belt. He looked to Lena first, always prioritizing her safety. "Princess, stay close," he said. Lena nodded. "We may need the command hub." The Queen moved to a console and summoned a projection of the orbital field. A dark shape cut through the star fog, larger than a cruiser, silent and unmarked. Its hull absorbed light rather than reflecting it. Darren frowned. "That design is no merchant craft." The Queen pressed commands. "Shields to full. Ready palace battalions." Lena felt her pulse rise. "Mother, we should evacuate the upper ring." The Queen shook her head. "No. If this vessel intends harm, we must know its aim before retreating." The projection flickered brighter. A beam of unknown spectrum lanced toward the palace shield, leaving a ripple like disturbed water. The shield held but dimmed slightly. Darren stepped closer to the Queen. "Your Majesty, the palace may be targeted directly. We need to move the princess now." Lena spoke firmly. "If the Queen remains, I remain." Darren turned to her. "Then I stand with both of you." Before the Queen could respond, the room quaked. A shockwave rippled through the royal tower. Distant alarms sounded. Darren grabbed Lena's arm, steadying her, then positioned himself between her and the nearest potential breach point. The Queen stood firm. "Report," the sentinel voice replied. "Unknown vessel has deployed infiltration drones. Impact points detected across royal grounds." Darren pulled a small device from his belt, activating a thin layer of personal shielding. "They are not testing us. They are coming for someone specific." Lena realized the truth at once. "Mother, they want the royal line." The Queen nodded grimly. "Then we must hold." The chamber doors shook as if something struck them from outside. Guards rushed in, forming protective lines. Their armor gleamed under emergency lights. Darren stood among them, his stance grounded and ready. The queen raised her voice. Form perimeter around the princess. Hold this chamber at all costs. Darren stepped ahead of even the royal guards. They will come through that wall. Their method is brute force. He was right. A glowing breach mark appeared across one side of the chamber. Metal softened under an unknown dissolving agent. In moments, a hole tore open and dark-shaped drones swarmed through. Their forms resembled metallic predators with razor limbs and singular glowing eyes. Guards raised rifles. Darren lunged forward first. He fired precise shots, disabling the front drones before they could leap. When a drone swept low with slicing limbs aimed at Lena, Darren intercepted it with a kick that sent it crashing into the opposite wall. More drones poured through. Darren stood unmoved, blocking their path toward the princess. Even when a drone managed to strike his side, he kept fighting. Pain never altered his purpose. Lena watched with both fear and awe. Darren fought with a fury that seemed born from something deeper than training. He fought like someone who had promised the universe itself that he would not fail. The queen saw it too. "He is one man," she murmured. "Yet he holds the line." When a drone managed to slip past the guard formation and rush toward Lena, Darren broke rank, seized it by its limb, and slammed it to the floor. Sparks burst from its core as he finished it with a final strike. His shield flickered dangerously, but held. The assault continued until the palace. Forces unleashed a counterwave from the hall. Drones scattered or collapsed. The breach sealed behind a temporal barrier. At last the sentinel voice announced, "Ground incursion repelled." Breathing hard but steady, Darren checked Lena immediately. "Are you hurt?" "No," she said softly. "Thanks to you?" He turned to the queen. "Your Majesty, the attack was not random. They wanted the Prin."